Hello everyone, welcome, my name is Phoenix and this is the Consumer's Guide to Filmmaking. Anora, 2024, Sean Baker. This film follows the titular woman of the same name, otherwise known by her nickname, Annie. Working as a stripper slash prostitute, a new client by the name of Vanya comes in and enjoys Anora's company so much that he hires her for a full week. Partying and living the life of luxury, Vanya and Anora decide that they don't want this time to end and get married while in Vegas. But when news of the marriage reaches Vanya's parents, husband and wife's time together turns into chaos, and Anora must deal with the fallout of her and Vanya's decision. Sean Baker, man, he does it again. And he came through with an incredibly raw and a tightly made romance here. I'm a big fan of this film. Even down to him having his own signature font, much like John Carpenter does. Baker has such a distinct style, and much of it has to do with him presenting things very honestly and openly. The film opens with this, admittedly rather stylish, pan of strippers doing lap dances, fucking tits out and everything, one of whom is Anora. The recurring theme of Baker's movies is this uncompromising look at the dirtier parts of America, specifically the sex industry. And he shoots sex scenes and overtly sexual material in this plain and flat manner, showing as much as you can without it being labeled pornography. But like I alluded to, he couples that with style. Beautiful long takes, picturesque framing, stark lighting. He is a talented director, and he paints his portraits of America unflinchingly and with elegance. The club scenes are all neon-drenched and dim, and entering into the dressing room, the lighting seems blinding in comparison. One of my favorite shots in the movie is near the end, where Anora is in Vanya's mansion for the last time, and she looks out the window of his bedroom, a snowy day in New York. It's an incredibly picturesque view and it hits hard at the end with context. Audio is another big thing in Baker's movies. Baker doesn't really do the whole score thing. He loves letting his stories breathe in silence or with diegetic music. The ending and the smash to credits only works because of that silence, but I will touch on that ending later. By only really using diegetic music, it provides a more realistic and lived-in atmosphere. And the one or two times he uses music non-diegetically in this film, it comes off as earned and or natural. The particular music he uses is perfect for the setting. All this loud bump and rap and pop music in the club or at parties, it's the sort of music this particular demographic would be surrounded by. Adding to that authenticity are the sets and locales. Shooting in Brooklyn and in the New York City area, Baker makes incredible use of his locale. He shoots these scenes in an almost guerrilla way, the camera going handheld and quite shaky at times. Baker's penchant for the use of non-actors, which I will touch on more later, makes these sets feel like real-world places. It's like he just showed up one day with a camera and said, "Go." On to the writing though, and while this isn't any thoughtful examination of any political topic, Baker's writing is always human, and it is never shy of harsh realities. It is also not shy of making dark things humorous, as this film is fucking funny. The entire sequence when the Orthodox priest's goons have to hold Anora in the house while they try to get Vanya back was dark in terms of what was happening, but Baker presented it as a slapstick comedy bit. All the stuff involving the priest and his goons was just funny. But anyways, this film's characters and the bluntness of its reality are what make this film special. Subverting the dynamic of star-crossed lovers from different sides of the tracks, defying all odds and being together, Anora and Vanya were never meant to be together. Their marriage was an impulse decision made by a petulant child wanting to defy mommy. But to Anora, she felt it was real. She wanted the fantasy to be real because that's what we all want. However, one child's brash decision fucked over a lot of people and wasted a lot of their time. In a typical Sean Baker ending, Anora goes home after her marriage is annulled, with one of the priest's goons, named Igor, chaperoning. an understandably antagonistic relationship from the start, even though Igor was arguably never going to hurt her and was just doing his job. Anora nonetheless decides to fuck him. But when Igor attempts to engage in something more than just carnal lust, the unpleasant sting of heartbreak sets in, and she cries in Igor's arms. Smash to credits in silence. While not as ambiguous of an ending as Red Rocket's smash to credits, it is still an effective and powerful way to end the audience's experience with this story. Our cast is magic in this film, and we start with the titular Anora, played by Mikey Madison. Going the extra mile and bothering to learn a sizable amount of Russian for the film, she won me over simply with that. But her over-the-top Brooklyn accent, sounding like her Jewish mother probably, Madison's a Jew, so... and her catty attitude was incredibly captivating and entertaining. Sans the accent, Nora reminded me a ton of a girl I was seeing a while back, and when the performance reminds me of real people, that's when I think it's good. But it's her raw and incredibly uncompromising emotion at the end of the film that's probably gonna get her the Oscar nod and potentially the win. It was really moving. Our other actors include Mark Adelstein as Vanya, and this dude was probably just as much a highlight as Mikey was. Our initial interactions with this character were so energetic, as he played this role like such a goofball. Sliding and jumping around, his broken English and jovial attitude was just so much fun. But by the end, he and Baker broke down this character's veneer, and the drunk, bratty little shithead at the end is so brilliantly performed. And the role of Igor is Yuri Borisov, best known for Compartment Number 6. I'll talk about that in my 2022 movie list. That's gonna come out soon, I promise. Initially, Igor is just a hapless goon, but his interactions with Mikey showed off such a dynamic set of emotions, and it's amazing how Baker developed this character so much. And as I alluded to earlier, Baker loves using non-actors in his films, and during the sections where the priest is searching for Vanya, we get a bunch of interactions with people that feel like, you know, just regular Joe Schmoes. And this priest is just invading their day. It's great. The fucking guy in the candy shop, that guy was fucking funny. I loved him so much. So yeah, I think I'd have to rewatch Baker's movies to see where Anora ranks amongst them. Sean Baker, worst to best, confirmed for the future. Yeah. But is Anora a great film? Absolutely it is. Directed with an uncompromising vision and bolstered by two brilliant lead performances, Sean Baker is slowly becoming one of my all-time favorite directors with each movie he makes. He has such a unique voice in filmmaking, and his love for this particular sort of subject matter shows an empathetic and understanding heart. Definitely check this film out, as it will probably be up for an Oscar or two. Highly recommended. And I am feeling a 9 out of 10 on this one. It might change on second viewing, but we'll see. We'll see. Catch you later, guys.